if you want to show off for people who don't know your name, if you want to show off for that girl who's not looking at you, I don't think you should. I think you should focus on making yourself better and healthier, which means learning. Unfortunately, when most people leave school, they say, oh, thank God, I never need to study again. I need to learn again. I don't need to do these things again. Let me just go off on a rant here and explain. This is a little tangent here, sorry, but if you guys just take, I'm not exaggerating, a few hours or a few days and you learn these basic principles, your life changes, results, everything is going to change so dramatically. Or you can keep doing what you've always done, get the same results or none. I don't even know, I can't even just, the emails I get from people, I don't understand. They don't understand basic principles of physics. It just drives me crazy.
I didn't understand it either.
But then once you did, it's so easy.
Once I did, the change came very quickly.
Of course.
Very quickly.
Yeah. So guys, just before we get to hamstrings, if you have a personal trainer of any kind, and they do not understand these basic principles, get a new trainer. Get a new trainer. I'm not joking. Get a new one. Don't be nice. There's no reason to be nice. It's your life. I have yet to meet a personal trainer who really understood this stuff. I think it's basic information that everyone should know. Next time you're working with your trainer or your best friend or whoever you're training with, just go ahead and ask them, what muscle is this exercise for?
Right.
And then if they're able to tell you, which they usually won't be able to, but if they're able to tell you, just take 2 seconds, go ahead and Google it, and then Google an anatomy chart. And then the things that I just said, use your own brain and apply them. If it makes sense, do it. If it doesn't make sense, tell your trainer. Yeah, you probably do know more than them at that point. Yeah, I'm serious.
They're wasting your time.
Yeah, I get, you know how pissed off I get with personal trainers. But anyways, let's go to hamstrings, guys. I got one more demo for you, hamstrings now.
Hamstrings.
So remember how I said earlier that the leg is kind of like the bicep and the tricep? Well, I'm going to flip him over, and now we're going to see the bicep side. So let's pretend that you're doing a lying leg curl. So this is why most people, let's pretend the torso's over there. So most people will be doing it like this, and they'll be starting with the weight down here. There'll be a pad resting right here, and then they'll come up like this, and they'll go down. Now what's wrong with that?
It's not the best exercise.
No.
You need.
No, you're fired. Fired. That was a trick. This is the best exercise. Kathy's wrong.
But
so, yes it is. So, like to trick Kathy, sorry, casting her. So, as you can see, just like with the bicep, here's the thing that you don't know about the hamstring machine. This is why you might call me on this, because you say it doesn't look like a bicep. The hamstring machine does not have gravity working the same way a dumbbell does. So let's just say that you're laying on the hamstring curl machine and you don't use this pad. You put an ankle weight instead. Okay? So we're going to put a 10-pound ankle weight on instead of 10 pounds on the pad.
Okay.
This is going to be so easy it'll be a joke. Why is it going to be that easy? It's going to be so easy because gravity's pushing down like this.
Right.
You're going to be able to pick it up. It's going to be pretty easy. And then from this point onward, it's going to be crazy easy. Because you're basically a neutral lever. It's very easy. However, with the machine, that's not how it works. The machine either A, has a cam, that's the actual machine that the thing goes over, that'll be controlling the resistance, will make sure it's lighter up here and harder down here. It'll make sure it's a proper resistance curve. Or, if it's an old one, it's going to have a cam. Just pretend this is a metal lever for a second, guys. You'll put the weight here, and then it'll come up, and then come up over here. And when you're doing the actual exercise, your legs will hook in right here, and you'll pull like this. So why does that work? That works because it applies the principles of gravity. So if this is parallel with the weight down here,
Right.
and as you lift it, when you finish the range of movement like that, the weight is now sitting right here, which is where it would be during a bicep curl. But it's
Gotcha.
it's due to the shape of the machine. They use the principles in the making of the machine. So, anyway, back to the bicep example. Let's use this little guy. So we got another sledgehammer here. I had to get a very light one because I have to use a luggage scale and it gets kind of heavy. So we're going to go back to pretending that this is the forearm with the bicep lever in this example, and then we're going to compare it to the hamstring because it is the same. The hamstring only has the two muscles, the same as the bicep. The same thing. Literally same motion, same resistance curve, same everything. The only difference is it's backwards on your leg and this one is forward on your shoulder. It's the only difference. Same principles, same everything, everything. So, this one here is about a 5-pound sledge. This is just a luggage scale, or Fisher scale, whatever you want to call it. Turn it on, tear it. Now you're actually going to see how levers work. This will help a little bit. So, when I put it right here, and I lift up on it, could you read that to me, Kevin?
Can't see it from here.
Just bend around.
There you go, 4.77.
So it's not quite a 5-pound sledge, but it's close to it. So by raising it on that little lever there, you can see it's a little bit more than a 4-pound sledge. Then when we go down the lever, or we are effectively shortening the lever, let's go down to here. It'll be very difficult.
That should be very difficult.
Yeah, why don't you guys tell me what that is? No, tear it out first. Hit tear. Thank you, dear.
That is 10.14.
Okay, whatever, 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So, how did we go from 4 pounds to 10 pounds? It's pretty simple.
It's longer.
It's simply where I'm picking it up. The lever is now double in length, meaning it's magnifying the resistance. It's not magic. I mean, it's just physics, guys. Now, I can't actually even do this one because I'm just simply not strong enough. But if I was to actually pull up on this and be able to raise that 5 pounds, I did it earlier with the help of a machine, but actually be able to pull up and lift on that 5 pounds, you would see this is actually 20 pounds of resistance. I can't do it without pulling the thing apart, so
Right.
I won't do it. But just trust me, guys, that's what happens. So why does that matter? It matters because, again, if I'm holding this, and this is here, which, again, is all proper, this is where, again, it's called the bicep ropes. This is where the bicep ropes attach. They attach about 2 inches on the arm, okay? 2 inches down. That is a 2-inch lever that's being operated there. So for me to actually lift up this 5 pounds like this with that 2-inch lever, what's going to happen is a whole lot more force. This is not 5 pounds. It's 5 pounds at the end of a long lever, meaning it's not just 5 pounds, guys. It's a lot more. Now, here's how most people exercise. They'll take a weight they cannot control. They will pick an exercise which makes them feel good, and then they will move it around as wildly as they possibly can. I'm serious.
I know. I've seen it.
Even when people do body weight exercises, anything from push-ups to body weight squats, they will always do it the easiest possible way. They do it the easiest possible way is because it's easy.
Yes.
So if you, again, just take anybody. I don't care who. Take anyone who goes to the gym, anyone who has a personal trainer, anyone who does these things. Just ask them to show you a push-up. It doesn't matter. Just show me a push-up only using your front delts, which, by the way, most people don't know what that means. It's a push-up where you do a push-up like this, basically. So that only really uses your front delts, a couple other little muscles, but it's mostly front delts. If you ask them to do this, they will, instead of having their arms down here, their hands, down here on the floor, where their lever will be maximally activated, they'll put them up here.
Yes.
They'll put them up here. And the reason that they're doing that is because it just halves the lever. You're doubling the lever over. So you no longer are getting maximum resistance. You're getting much, 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 much reduced resistance. Because it's easier. Why? Because they want to do more. Why? So they look good. All very, very foolish, egotistical, narcissistic traits. We should be doing these things to become stronger, bigger muscles. We should be training intelligently, not doing it for others.
And it doesn't take that long if you do it the right way.
It doesn't. This is the thing. You can go to the gym and do 50 crappy push-ups.
Right.
Get almost nothing out of it. Or you can learn proper exercise, do just 10, and murder your arms. Murder your muscles. They're done. They're damaged. You did 10. Far superior to 50. Far superior. Because you are using proper mechanics. You are training your body, your machine, it is a machine, intelligently. Why would we want to do that? How silly of us to want to train intelligently. How silly to want to put on as much muscle as possible, as quickly as possible. How silly to always recover and never feel beat up. To never have joint pain. To never have lower back pain. To never have any of these pains. To feel good after our workouts. How silly is that?
Well, I had many pains before I came here, and now I have barely any pains.
Yeah, and when you finish the workouts, feel good.
Oh, I can't wait to go home and eat and go to sleep.
And the next day your muscles...
I feel great.
The next day your muscles are sore.
Yeah, they might be sore
but not
the next day, but not killing me.
Not incapacitated.
Right.
And the next day after that, are they any worse or they get better?
No, they get better.
Much better.
Because I eat well, I rest.
Because you recover. Yeah. Again, your primary goal should be going into the gym, doing the most amount of damage, the most effective way, using your levers effectively, only damaging the muscle, not damaging tendons, not damaging bones, not hurting yourself, not straining anything, just damaging muscle. And what does that mean? It means dramatically reducing your weights. When I say dramatically reducing your weights, everybody gets into a tiffy. I'm just gonna we're gonna end on this. We're gonna end on this, guys.
Okay.
When I say lower your weights, I'm not talking about high repetitions. I am not talking about doing a 5-pound dumbbell curl for 300 reps. When I say lower your weights, I mean you need to drop your weights to a point where you're still doing the same number of reps that you're doing currently, where you're still doing the same number of sets that you're doing currently, but your weights have been decreased dramatically. How is that possible? Because you are now learning how to properly use your levers, how to properly put your muscle under tension for extended periods of time, and how to only train, and again, I don't really promote this as a good thing, but it is a good thing. You only have to train for 30 or 45 minutes. I don't go in the gym for hours and hours and hours a day. I'm a bodybuilder. You think,
I don't either.
You would think that I would go in there for hours and hours and hours a day.
Yes, I would.
I don't. I don't need to. There's no need to, because I generate enough intensity properly in about 45 minutes. Doesn't need to be more than that.
Same with me. Just 2 days a week.
Mm-hmm. Properly.
In the beginning, I needed 3 days a week.
We had to do a lot of learning.
But I had a lot of learning.
Yeah, it was primarily learning. It wasn't like I was killing
Very
you.
frustrating.
Well, the thing is,
very frustrating.
That's another thing, by the way. Just touch on this briefly, real quick. If you're watching this and you're already exercising, great. I'm not really going to get into it too much. But if this is that you want to exercise, this is kind of you're learning about exercise. I want to really stress this because nobody talks about this. It's never spoken of. When you're starting to exercise, primary goal needs to be learning.
Yes.
It's not going in there and going crazy. That's detrimental. That will not work. That's how you go backwards, and that's how you quit. Here's what you do. You pick 2 or 3 exercises you know you need to learn. Let's say the bicep, the tricep, and the ab. By the way, I do say the ab because there's only one muscle. We'll talk about another video.
It's another day.
There's no such thing as lower abs. There's no such thing as upper abs. No,
It's
it's
one
one
ab.
muscle. I understand it's separated, but it's still one muscle, guys. Well, another video. But what was the point I was making? I lost my train of thought now. What was the point I was making?
You must learn
Yeah,
before
thank you.
you can start.
You have to learn. And the reason that's important when you're starting an exercise program is because if you're going in there and you're going hard, your body won't recover. Doesn't know what to do. It's not going to recover. You're going to do too much damage, and then the next time you go in there for your workout, it ain't going to go good. And then the next time, it ain't going to go good. And the next time, it's going to go even worse. And the next time, even worse. And
if you ever go the next time.
Yeah, it's just going to keep going until you feel so shitty you don't ever go.
Right.
What you should do is pick bicep, tricep, and ab, go to the gym, watch these videos I'm making, go to the gym, practice them correctly, fuck what other people think, don't care what other people think, go there, find your spot, pick up some light-ass weights, learn what you need to do. Next time you go to the gym, do the same thing with your, we just learned about this, do the same thing with your glutes, your quads, and your hamstrings, okay? Do the same thing. Learn it, do it slowly, practice slowly, learn it. What this is going to do is not damage your body. It's not going to wreck you. And it's going to get you interested. It's going to get you learning. It's going to get you building a habit to go to the gym before you're all tired and stuff from your workouts, because you're not going to want to do it if that's what keeps happening. And if you focus on learning these exercises and then you focus on getting your diet in check, that is so many more times better than hiring a trainer who's going to throw you in the gym hardcore doing a bunch of silly things that he doesn't even know what you're doing them for, tell you to eat nothing but salad and chicken, which again is pretty useless. You have the internet. You have Google. I understand there's a lot of misinformation. There's also the correct information if you know how to look. Keep watching these videos. I'm going to keep doing everything I can to explain this to you simply. I'm going to go over.
Or order your book.
Oh, thank you. Or order my book.
All the information in it that you need.
It's true. I'm also coming up with flashcards as well. It'll be sold as well. My book is on my website, again, www.castleprogress.com. It doesn't just talk about these things, guys. We'll just talk about one part of the book is just about these exercises, the perfect exercises. It has pictures. It has the angles. It tells you what to do with them. It tells you how to do them. Next, it tells you how often to work out, how to plan your workouts, how to structure your workouts. Do men and women train different? I mean, this is just a small part of the exercise part. It's a very big book. It covers a lot more than just exercise. It covers nutrition. It sounds like I'm trying to sell it. I'm not trying to sell it, guys, but just get
But everything's in it.
Yeah, just get the book. It has everything in it. I mean, it's just everything. You're good. You're good with the book. It tells you everything. Or you can keep listening to my annoying voice if you want, but I mean, I like to read personally. I don't like to listen to people bitching all day. But anyways, guys, let's just, in summary, real fast, in summary, for the glutes, multi-joint hip machine, okay? For the quads, leg extension. For the hamstrings, hamstring curl. Next talking point. Hamstrings are the same as the bicep. When you're training them, it even helps to think of them as being a bicep. It does help. Quads are the same as your tricep. Time under tension. Very important.
Very important.
Very important. Take the time when you're doing these things. Take the time to learn. Learn these exercises. Don't just do them. Don't hire an unqualified person. Do not think because your trainer told you so, it is correct. I understand you think your trainer knows better than you. I also tell you, the vast majority of trainers I've ever met or heard of are completely useless and completely garbage. Yeah, they will get your results. They'll get your results in years in a very ineffective way, damaging you along the way, and every time you complain, they're just going to tell you to suck it up, pussy.
Right,
okay?
Suck it up.
No, we don't do that. We train intelligently. You can learn these things in just a couple days if you apply yourself. You do not need a trainer. You don't need a trainer. You don't. Don't. Learn it yourself. You have the internet. You have these wonderful videos. Just learn it yourself, guys. Stop being lazy. If you're already taking the time to go to the gym for hours a week, why don't you take the time to do it right? So you get the gains. If you do it this way, you don't hit plateaus. Your weights and reps keep going up as long as your diet and your sleep are in order. They will permanently go up. I've never changed my exercises since I've learned the perfect ones. I've never deviated. My workout has been the same workout, the same week, the same everything. I'm not even sure how long. My gains have not stopped. I've never gone backwards. I've never plateaued. Neither do my clients. This isn't, it's, again, this last thing I'm going to say, it's not magic. It's physics. It's anatomy. We all have anatomy. Physics applies to us all the same. If anyone is going to disagree with this video, I welcome the disagreement. Perhaps you're right. But if it's about physics and anatomy, and you're going to disagree with me about the things I just said, you're wrong. And unless you can somehow convince me otherwise, that maybe you know better physics or anatomy than I did, and I misspoke by a degree or two, but that's about it. We would be splitting hairs. This is not new science. This is not new. It's not new.
It's good science.
It's not new though. It just drives me crazy. It's not new. It's been around.
But it works.
And it works. And none of this muscle confusion, none of this switching your workouts up, none of these silly things. Same basic exercises, performed correctly, performed with perfect amount of time, rest of the time spent recovering. You're wonderful and you're healthy. You're all good. I hope this video helped, guys. I hope you understood everything. I'm sure I'll get a lot of emails and questions about this. I will address them in the next video. If I missed anything, I apologize. I'm going to make a lot of these videos. If I misspoke at all, I'll try to correct it. I want to make everything as perfect as we can. Just thank you for all your support, guys. If you liked the video, subscribe. There's a lot more of these coming. Keep checking them out.
And send questions.
Send questions.
He loves to answer questions.
Send emails. Send the hate, by the way. I do it. I like to hate. We've been over. I enjoy the hate. You guys hating on me, it makes me know that I'm doing the right thing. So, thank you. Thank you to all the haters.
Thank you.
Have a great day, guys.
Have a good holiday.